Miami's median home price just hit $650,000, but I've got a neighborhood where properties are selling for 3 times that amount and barely spending any time in the market. Sunset Harbour in Miami Beach isn't just exclusive, it's almost off the radar for most people. Here's the thing, inventory is vanishing, prices are climbing fast, and what's happening here might just blindside the rest of Miami. Once you see what I'm about to show you, you'll understand why everyone is moving here and why you might want to beat them to it. Now, before we get into real estate, which is what I know you're really here for, I need to show you where Sunset Harbour actually sits, because in Miami Beach, location is the lifestyle. Sunset Harbour is tucked away on the bay side of Miami Beach, bordered by Purdy Avenue, 20th Street, Alton Road, and Dade Boulevard. That setup creates a defined, intimate pocket, almost like your own little world. You are walking distance from Lincoln Road, the Convention Center, and the Miami Beach Golf Course, so you're close to the action without being swallowed by it. The walk score is 88 out of 100, officially a walker's paradise. That means that if you don't feel like driving, you don't really have to. Oh, and the neighborhood just added a brand new waterfront park, complete with the disco ball playground. Yes, you heard that right, and I'll show it to you in a little bit. Sunset Harbour also directly connects to Belle Isle, which brings in another layer of luxury. Think high-end condos like Bell Towers, where units sell for nearly $2 million. This is where some of Miami's wealthiest residents live, many of whom stroll over daily for coffee, dinner, or yoga. That mix of walkable luxury and built-in clientele creates a unique ecosystem for local businesses. What's even more interesting is how the area evolved. It used to be an industrial zone, warehouses, garages, that sort of thing, but smart urban planning transformed it into one of the most desirable residential neighborhoods in Miami Beach. And here's the part that most people don't expect. It is not a party scene. You won't find bottle service or club noise. Instead, it's calm, polished, residential. It feels like a real neighborhood where people live full-time and raise families and actually know their neighbors. You get the energy of Miami Beach just without the chaos. So if you're somebody looking for balance, then this is probably already hitting home. Sunset Harbour is where professionals, creatives, and families come to stay, and that's exactly what makes it so special. I'm Joe Biscaha, and I help people figure out where they belong in Miami. So whether you're moving here, investing, or you're just searching for a smarter lifestyle, if that's you, go ahead and subscribe. I don't just show you listings, I show you how to live here. And what I'm about to show you next, that's what really sets this place apart, so let's keep on going. All right, now let's get into the amenities, and this is where Sunset Harbour really starts to set itself apart. Over the past few years, this neighborhood has gone through a major transformation. What used to be mostly industrial has turned into one of the most thoughtfully developed pockets of Miami Beach, and some of the additions here are seriously impressive. Let's start with wellness. The Standard Miami is right across the bridge, and it's not just a hotel, it's a lifestyle hub. Their wellness membership runs about $400 a month and gives you access to spa treatments, yoga, sound baths, and a full calendar of events. If you like to host, there is a +1 membership too, about $700 a month, and that includes guest access. So whether you're entertaining clients or just bringing a friend along, you are covered. And with a one-time initiation fee of $1,400, it keeps the membership base intimate and not overcrowded like other membership clubs in Miami. If water is more your thing, then this area is a dream for boaters and paddleboarders. You have the Sunset Harbour Yacht Club, where membership actually comes with equity. So you're not just paying for access, you are investing in the club itself. The waters here on Biscayne Bay are protected and calm, which means that paddleboarding, kayaking, even electric surfboards are an option year-round. There's also a marina with boat launching, making it a lot easier if you own or charter. Now let's talk food, because something major just launched here, Uchiko. If you know Austin, you know the name. Chef Tyson Cole is a James Beard Award winner, and this is only their 4th location in the country. It's 5,000 plus square feet of modern Japanese cuisine in a setting that feels completely at home in Sunset Harbour. This isn't just a restaurant, it's a sign that the national brands with serious reputations are betting on this neighborhood. There's also a new paddle club called Sunset Paddle, or Padel, that's drawing in serious players. It is membership based, which keeps the community tight, and the coaching and families are top tier. This isn't just a casual hobby setup, this is where enthusiasts come to train, compete, and connect. And again, you're right on Biscayne Bay, which makes it even better. But what really sets Sunset Harbour apart, and what most people overlook, is the infrastructure. While other parts of Miami are still talking about climate resilience, Sunset Harbour already did this with the work. Streets have been elevated as much as 4 feet to prevent flooding. They replaced an outdated injection well with a modern stormwater treatment system. They added new pump stations with filtration, and they designed everything to hold up for the next 30 years of sea level rise projections. It is a major investment, and it gives homeowners real peace of mind. And then there's the Maurice Gibb Memorial Park. It opened in April of this year, and it's become an anchor for the community. It is named after the Bee Gees, who actually lived in the neighborhood, and it's got everything: a fishing pier, a dog park, shared walking paths, native landscaping, and a playground with musical instruments and a giant disco ball. It's fun, it's thoughtful, and it's truly designed for everyone. So between the wellness culture, the boating, the restaurants, the parks, and the infrastructure, Sunset Harbour isn't just another pretty neighborhood, it is building a lifestyle that feels ahead of its time. You can feel the energy here, and the best part is it's really just getting started. Now, when you add these amenities to the prime location and the recent infrastructure upgrades, it's easy to see why Sunset Harbour real estate is turning heads. But what you're about to see in terms of actual prices and opportunities is where it gets really interesting. So let's talk numbers, because that's what everyone's really curious about. What can you actually buy in Sunset Harbour, and where do the smart investment opportunities live? Well, let's take it with condos first. In the 2 main towers, that's Sunset Harbour North and South, recent sales have ranged for around $545,000 for a 2-bedroom unit with around 1,100 square feet, all the way up to $2.84 million for a combined penthouse suite just over 2,200 square feet. So if you're looking for something mid-range, you'll find plenty of examples in the $800,000 to $1.3 million range. One standout is an 1,100 square foot unit that sold for $1.27. That's $1,144 per square foot, and it wasn't even a penthouse. Another recently traded for $890,000 at 1,100 square feet, which is about $781 per square foot. So while pricing reflects demand, it's also clear that this market is holding its value. What makes these units even more attractive is that you're getting all the lifestyle upgrades, walkability, new infrastructure, high-end dining, without paying the Belle Isle pricing. It's a luxury experience, but at a relative discount. Now, if you want something that feels more like a home, but you still want the ease of condo living, townhome-style units in Sunset Harbour are an interesting play. These are multi-level residences with private entrances, multiple balconies, and most of them have a 2-car garage, all within walking distance to Uchiko, the marina, and the waterfront parks. Recent sales range from about $2 million to $2.95 million, with a few premium models going even higher. These homes strike a balance between space, privacy, location, without the maintenance burden of traditional single-family houses. If you're more drawn to something modern and architectural, there are loft-style units in the area. The lofts at South Beach offer open layouts, exposed ceilings, and flexible floor plans that attract creatives and professionals alike. Pricing here is hovering anywhere between $735,000 and $869,000, and most of these units come in around 1,000 to 1,200 square feet. These properties also tend to do well as rentals thanks to their unique look and prime walkability. And if you're looking at the ultra luxury tier, right across the street, you've got the Sunset Islands, where some of the most coveted waterfront estates in Miami Beach are located. These are gated single-family homes with wide bay views, private docks, and prices pushing all the way up to $30 million. These are legacy properties, the kind of real estate that rarely comes up and rarely depreciates. Even if you're not buying here, the proximity elevates the entire Sunset Harbour neighborhood. What makes this area so compelling from an investment perspective isn't just the location, it's truly the infrastructure. The streets here were literally raised in some places by nearly 4 feet and backed by a modern pump and drainage system that protects against flooding and sea level rise. It's one of the few neighborhoods in Miami Beach that's already taking meaningful steps towards climate resilience, which is a huge plus for long-term value. So whether you're buying a condo, a loft, or a waterfront home, what you're stepping into here isn't just real estate, it's a better lifestyle. Walkability, water access, top-tier restaurants, world-class fitness, and a true sense of community, all within one of the most future-proof pockets of Miami Beach. So now that we explored everything Sunset Harbour brings to the table, let me tell you why this might be the perfect time to make your move. After helping so many clients find their home in Miami, I can confidently say that Sunset Harbour stands out. It mixes location, lifestyle, and long-term value like no other neighborhood in Miami Beach. Whether you're after a sleek condo, a spacious townhome, or a waterfront estate, there's something here that fits, and with demand on the rise, infrastructure, and the luxury perks expanding fast, this area is only going up from here. So if you made it this far, you're probably thinking about making a move to Sunset Harbour or somewhere else in Miami. If so, you can send me an email, joe@joesellsmiami.com, and let's get things started. I will guide you through every step of Miami real estate market so that you can land your dream home. But don't go just yet. I want you to check out my other video where I bust some of the biggest myths about South Beach, Miami Beach. Trust me, this one has some surprises that even locals don't know about. You can click it right up here. Also, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.